Look at this piece of cardboard. If you aren't deep in the hobby, you probably think that it's just like a cute vintage Pikachu card. But in early 2026, this exact slab shattered the entire Pokemon market when it pulled a record-breaking $16.5 million at auction. Let's put that into perspective. This is more than a luxury estate in Beverly Hills, a fleet of pristine modern supercars, and a private island combined. This deep dive is brought to you by SideArc. We're a comic book, anime, and card store, and our tagline, pause the main quest, create your SideArc. It's a card so elusive that 99% of hardcore collectors will never even see a real one in person in their entire lifetime. This is the Pikachu Illustrator, and the story of how it became the ultimate blue chip asset is absolutely crazy. To understand why this card commands historical artifact money, we have to rewind the clock back to late 1997 and 1998 in Japan. You couldn't buy this card in a booster pack, you couldn't pull it from a promo box, and you couldn't win it at an official regional tournament. The only way to get your hands on it was through the Coral Comic illustration contest. Fans would sketch their own Pokemon designs and mail them in. If your art was selected as a winner, you were mailed a copy of this card. Because of the hyper-specific distribution, only about 39 to 41 copies were ever officially printed and handed out. It wasn't even engineered to be a legal game piece. The text at the bottom literally translates to "Congratulations for your artistic achievement." To make it even more legendary, the artwork was drawn by Atsuko Nishida, the literal original creator of Pikachu. Now, here's where the story takes a dark turn for most collectors. Back in 1998, the kids who won these contests didn't know anything about micro scratches, centerings, or UV damage. They were kids. They threw them in school backpacks, traded them on playgrounds, or stuck them in cheap binders without sleeves. Fast forward 25 years later. In the modern TCG industry, condition dictates everything. As third-party grading giants like PSA standardized the market, the hunt was on. Nearly every single Illustrator card that surfaced was structurally flawed, graded out at PSA 5, 7, maybe an 8 if it was incredibly well kept. But for years, whispers echoed through the high-end collector underground about a myth, a single, flawless copy that somehow avoided the ravages of time. A perfect, gem mint PSA 10, the holy grail of pop culture. For a long time, this specific copy only moved in shadowy, private, 7-figure trades involving suitcases of cash, high-end sports cars, and NDA contracts. It was treated less like a game piece and more like a stolen money. Then, in 2021, YouTuber Logan Paul bought the PSA 10 Illustrator Pikachu. But more on this entire saga in a different video that deserves its own thing. Finally, we hit February 2026, and he puts the legendary PSA 10 Illustrator up for auction. When you get to this tier of alternative investing, you aren't competing with casual hobbyists or nostalgic millennials anymore. You're dealing with the ultimate wealth funds. You're dealing with venture capitalists and high-end net worth individuals looking for the ultimate alternative assets to hedge against inflation. The bidding war was a bloodbath. With the final gravel slammed down, the screen locked in at $16.5 million. In a single night, a piece of Japanese 90s childhood nostalgia cemented Pokemon as a permanent fixture in global high-end investing. It's crazy to think that a comic contest prize completely rewrote what a collectible could be. If you love deep dives into the hidden economy of the hobby, make sure to hit the subscribe button. And remember, pause the main quest, create your SideArc. Let us know what card you think next will hit the multi-million-dollar mark, and please stop by our physical restore whenever you're able to.